life as a toilet roll is not comfortable.
2020, what a shit year that was, eh?
What a fox!
A year in which the humble toilet roll became the source of all evil. First I was afraid, I was petrified. There was no loo roll down at Aldi and I nearly cried. That was my 2020 parody song about stockpiling.
It was super genius!
And if your country was anything like our country here in the UK, there was a massive shortage of many things, toilet roll being at the forefront of that. So I thought, what summed up 2020? The humble toilet roll. What am I going to turn myself into? A toilet roll demon. The tutorial that nobody ever asked for, ever. So here we go, Beauts. First of all, you want to make your toilet roll. I just made this with a piece of card, which I formed into a large tube. I then cut a hole out roughly the size and shape of my face, and then I temporarily joined the tube together with some hair grips and drew around the bottom to create the lid that you see me cutting out here. You then want to cut some triangles into the lid, fold those up like you see me doing here, and then slide the lid inside and stick the triangles to the inside of the tube with some sellotape, and then you've got your lid. And the circle you saw me drawing on there was just a circle to signify the top of the loo roll. Yep, you can see that there, look. And then I used some kitchen roll to cover the loo roll to make it look more like a loo roll and less like a tube. I chose kitchen roll because obviously it's bigger than a toilet roll, and yeah, there's no toilet roll that's header sized, unfortunately. And I just glued the kitchen roll to the tube, as you can see here. It wasn't quite big enough, so I did have to add a little bit of extra at the bottom. But if you've got a smaller head than me, then you might find you don't need to do that. Then I just roughly tore it around where my face would be. There's another clip from my parody song. I roughly tore it around where my face would be because that will be stuck to our face later on to join our face to the loo roll. Oh, this is a very strange tutorial, and never did I think I'd be uttering those words. And then I simply painted a hole at the top to give it the illusion of depth. You can just see I added some shading in there. I painted some rough lines around the top to make it look like it was a tube of toilet roll, a roll of toilet roll rather, not a tube of toilet roll. And then I painted some yellowy, grungy, watery acrylic paint on it to make it kind of look like a bit of a pea-covered toilet roll. I don't want it to be all clean and pristine because I am meant to be a loo roll demon after all. Right, so once your toilet roll is dry, you want to try it on for fit. Yep, perfect. And then mark it out to see where it sits on your face, and then you will know exactly where you need to paint and detail. After that, you want to block out your eyebrows. And then you want to set about turning your face into a loo roll demon. Incidentally, my loo roll demon is called Graham. Yeah, just go with it, Beauts. He's called Graham. Anyway, so I just wanted to make my face look more toilet roll-like, but also quite evil and malicing. So I simply tore bits of the same kitchen roll that I covered my tube with and just applied it to my face with a little bit of liquid latex, just ruffling it up to create some expression lines, so a kind of a furrowed brow and some eye bags. And I will later on shade this to bring out that detail a little bit more because it's all a bit of a white blur at the moment. But you can build your face however you want. Well, that's of course if you want to turn yourself into a loo roll demon. I can't imagine many of you will want to, but you never know. You never know, Beauts. But if you do decide to recreate this tutorial, you can build your face up however you want. You might just decide to just paint it white to blend it in with the loo roll. You might decide to just stick random bits of toilet toilet roll all over your face and, you know, just make it look all torn and nasty. You do you, Beaut, you do you. Right, so once that was all in place and I was happy with the toilet roll demon's face, I then let it dry and then I painted it all white so that Graham was nice and blended. And then I just powdered that because I used a cream paint. And now it's time to shade your demon. So just taking some more cream paints, this time in black. I just shaded in all the areas of detail. So all those creases, the under eye bags, anywhere where there was a wrinkle in that loo roll, I shaded just to accentuate it and bring it out and make Graham look a bit more grungy and a bit more in keeping with the toilet roll that you saw me painting and creating earlier. So I'm just going to leave you to watch the action because there's only so many ways you can describe shading a toilet roll demon, really. So the only thing I will say is just to make sure you really blend out that shading, and you'll be highlighting later just so it doesn't look like a muddy mess as well. So yeah, watch and enjoy. Here you see me adding some highlight just to bring out the highlighted areas and, like I say, stop it looking all muddy. And then you want to stick on your loo roll. I just fixed it on with a little bit of clear sellotape. You can't see it, so that's fine. And then this is where you glue down those torn edges that you created earlier just to really blend your face in. I did a little bit of a fold in my toilet roll there, which covers over some of my face. This was a great way of helping to blend the loo roll to your face, and it also was a great way to add some more detail. Then I just went in with some yellowy toned water-based face paint just to blend it in with those nice pea tones that we added onto the loo roll at the beginning. Oh, this is a delightful tutorial, isn't it, Beauts? Just when you thought I couldn't get any weirder. So once you're happy with your loo roll demon's face, all you need to do then is either stick something white on or paint your body white like I'm doing here. That's if you do recreate this, obviously. If any of you do recreate it, I would love to see it. So please, please, please tag me on Instagram or Facebook. Pretty Scary on Facebook, Pretty Scary Art on Instagram, because I would just love it if one of you actually recreated this. And for the final touch, we just paint our teeth black with some alcohol paints and we are done. So, if you enjoyed this weirdness, then please don't forget to hit the like button. Please comment down below and let me know what you thought of this tutorial. And in all seriousness, I hope everybody's okay. I know 2020 was a really crap year, if you'll excuse the pun. 2021 isn't turning out much better. Lots of love to you all. Subscribe and I'll see you next time. And I'll survive! I will survive!